Hello, all you beautiful souls. Jules here, and happy Thursday AM. I hope you guys are making it through this week, just chugging along. I'd have to say that I'm ahead of myself this week. I thought today was Thursday. It's not, but now it is. That's okay. I'm here. So I wanted to pop on, and I apologize. Yesterday I was so tired. I was setting a bunch of pieces, and the time just went by before I knew it. It was 4 a.m. and I still hadn't eaten dinner, and I needed a shower. So tonight we're gonna be talking about Tanzanite. We are in the teas for our crystal a day. Keeps the doctor away. So we're moving right along, you guys. We're almost done talking about majority of the crystals. So if you missed any of my previous classes up until Tanzanite for our crystal classes, you can go ahead and check them out below. On TikTok, I have all the crystal videos you can find. You can also find them on Facebook, and I do post them on Instagram. So tonight, Tanzanite. Tanzanite is an expensive crystal. Now there are different grades of Tanzanite, and I have a few pieces right here next to me. They're mostly used for jewelry due to the smaller size pieces that are found. They're harder crystals, so they're 6.2 to 7 on the Mohs. They are orthorhombic, and they're only found in Tanzania. So they are associated with your third eye for that blue purpley color. And these zodiac signs are your Geminis, Libras, and your Sagittarius. So Tanzanite comes from a village that essentially lies on the bottom of Tanzania, which is Mount Kilimanjaro. And legend has it that in the 20th century, a torrential storm forced the villagers of the region to flee, and when they returned, they found Tanzanite crystals widely embedded in the earth. So they were literally just formed by lightning and sitting basically at the bottom of Mount Kilimanjaro, which exposed all of these gorgeous crystals for these villagers to come back to. They may have been struggling and not had food and resources. So for them to come and see the Tanzanites just spread out for them, that's like finding diamonds. They literally source them. Mining natural Tanzanite is incredibly difficult. So this stone is even more rare than diamonds. So if you love diamonds, this is going to be your #1 crystal coming out of Africa, as some of the best diamonds come from Africa. So let's go ahead and zoom on some of these pieces so we can take a look and talk a little bit about Tanzanites. So I apologize for the lighting. I do just have these smaller Tanzanites. So like I said, they mostly come in jewelry. This is a very expensive AA grade faceted cut trillion Tanzanite. So they call this trillion cut when it's cut like this. I've had this ring for a while, so you can see it's a little bit worn. But this is your alchemy, transformation, and inspiration crystal. So here's a larger piece, Tanzanite, and I actually sleep with this piece right next to my bed. I grid with it, so it's on a grid. And it is fairly translucent, so you can see in some areas it's more translucent than others. And this crystal encourages peace and compassion, and it does form a bridge between the mind and the heart. And this guy right here is such a pretty purple. These little tiny thumbnails of Tanzanite are quite expensive, and this is a double term Tanzanite. Let's see if we can focus. It's got some nice etching. It's also got a rainbow right in here. Let's see if we can get in. It's so tiny that sometimes it's hard to show these, but the light's not working with me. You can see right in there, there's a little rainbow going on. And it's so transparent. It's just gorgeous. Great transparency. Very tiny. It's got the nice striations running across it. And it's got some diamond etchings at the top as well. And you can just tell Tanzanite from any other crystal because of the etchings and how it is grown orthombically. And it is rare to see the rainbows inside. That is really nice. And if you are able to find Tanzanite with rainbows, grab them because they're worth a lot. Now this guy, though small but mighty, is super gemmy. It's bicolor. You see the bicolor in it? It's almost like a citrine. And then you can see the tiny, tiny, tiny pieces of pyrite. Very rare to have Tanzanite with pyrite, so when I see these pieces, I grab them, no matter how big or small they are. Look at the cool pyrite. You will not see pyrite with Tanzanite in most online marketed crystals. You really do have to know some good sellers that get right in there with the miners where you can get these pieces. Now, with that being said, you guys know I did some jewelry. And this babe is going home to a very beautiful gal. So this was your Ganesha Tanzanite. Look how gemmy this piece is. I've held this piece for a long time, my friends. It's got a rainbow in his hand right here on this side. A little blue rainbow. And then he's got, look at that inclusion right there. Ooh. That inclusion's almost looks like rutile, but I know it's not. It must be some kind of iron inclusion. And then you can see all that pyrite. Look at it. Look at the little chunkies. And this piece has a beautiful rainbow on the bottom. See if I can pick it up. Oh yeah. Right in there. Super pretty. Look at the greens. So I just set this piece and it's got great clarity. Let's see if we can hang him up. Look at that. Really, really nice. Oop. I put him on this little custom chain here. So this is a braided rope chain that I did. And I did a really nice setting on it. So it's double-sided. And it's got the little chakras and the low. I had to share that piece because I'm kind of sad to see him go. He is done in all sterling. And just a really overall gorgeous piece to have. Now it is done in brushed silver, and then it has polished silver chain, which you can clearly see the difference. Oh my gosh, why isn't my phone zooming? Okay, so let's look at some more of this little guy. This is a nice clear piece. Really beautiful. I love the etchings on these. And what Tanzanite does, oh, we can get a little rainbow action, is it strengthens the spirit. It pulls you to the present moment. It deepens self-awareness, and it also provides you with spiritual protection. Now, here's what some may say a lower, maybe like a lower grade Tanzanite. It's got a lot of iron inclusions, and it's got still some pyrite right there, which makes this pretty nice piece. It's just not polished. Some people like to keep that rough etching, but you can also, like, this side would probably be nice polished. You can leave those nice rough little dangly natural inclusion, almost like Lemurian striations. Everyone likes that. Some people also like these just natural cuts in the crystal, but if you would like, you could polish this piece and it would probably actually look really nice. It is going to look a little, you can see all the clay in the cracks too, where it came out of the earth. That could also be cleaned up a little bit too. Little guy right here is an expensive piece, and you can already see why. And it's because of that rainbow. And the rainbow is caused due to this clarity. Look at the clarity in this piece. And look at the little quartz stuck inside. It's just wild. And you can see they polished. I think they polished. Yeah, that's polished because you can see these scratches from the polishing. And then they left it natural on this side. There's a little bit of key etching. And you get this beautiful rainbow. So how cool is that? Really tiny piece. Super gemmy, super purple. Yeah, and you can just see the difference in the grades of the crystals. And then, as you guys remember, if you do remember, we did the Mother Mary Tanzanites, and these are actually all AA grade, super gemmy purple. Look at the little piece of pyrite right there on that big mama. But yeah, there are some of these left. That's a bicolor one. So these all are essentially what they call thumbnails. Look at this piece that's still here. Like, I'm glad it's still here, but I'm surprised it didn't go. This is such a pretty piece of Tanzanite with the rainbows. And it has rainbows everywhere. And look at the cool, it reminds me of a city. Like these really cool etchings. Really nice quartzy inclusions. And you can see the side and the bottom. some beautiful clarity too up in there. Look at that when I set it down. Can you see that? It forms like the image of Mother Mary, like when she forms on the mirrors in churches, like the one they had in Florida of the Immaculate Mary. That's what it reminds me of. And this little cutie. I could look at Tanzanite all day, you guys, because the really nice gemmy pieces have such cool inclusions. Look, there's a little bit of pyrite. I got these pieces all essentially at the same time. So they're all coming right in the same locality of Mount Kilimanjaro. Beautiful. Look at that one. Whew, the purple is just so stunning on these. And I know you guys have seen Tanzanite. So Tanzanite varies from blue to purple. Look at this guy's calling my name too. Wow, wow. So if you guys didn't get a Tanzanite and you would still like one, there's still some available, and these all have that. Look at that pyrite. Did I not catch the pyrite in these before? I think I did. It's just so pretty. Look at the etching, the beautiful heart. It looks like the Immaculate Heart, almost. I love these so much. You can almost see the image of her inside. Ugh, I need to clean these a little bit. These will help you express yourself from a place of love and compassion. This is your spiritual ascension crystal. So, if you don't have Tanzanite, get yourself a little piece. I have a couple left. I got these ones, this one and this one, and no, these two from Sage Goddess years ago. And then these guys all came essentially at the same time. And I had the Ganesha made, and that was like, I had to stop after I had the Ganesha made because I was just running up a tab. Anywho, that is our Tanzanites. Thank you guys all for joining me, and I'll see you guys all tomorrow for a really special piece. I hope you guys are digging on the new jewelry I'm doing. It's so cute.